At it again, and we have the Daily Show in this one today because they sat down with some black voters, and I don't think it quite went the way that they expected it to go. Ooh, the tide is turning, and it's beautiful to see, baby. I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. So yeah, that's what we're going to be checking out today. With that being said, let's dive in.
What up, world? It's Josh Johnson, full-time Daily Show correspondent and full-time black guy. But more than that, I'm also a part-time voter. Now, black voters have been the backbone of electing Democratic presidents since Bill Clinton went on Arsenio. In fact, 91% of black voters voted for Hillary Clinton in 2016, and 92% voted for Joe Biden last election. So why does this year feel different?
New polling shows 23% support among black voters for former President Trump. That's up 19 points since the 2020 election.
Contrary to popular belief, not all black people know each other. So in order to find out how all black people felt about Trump, I got 6 from the tri-state area to ask, do we with Trump?
Okay, so who will you be voting for in 2024? Daryl?
Do I have to say his name? I don't want to, but more than likely it's going to be Trump.
Yeah, unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Who are you going to be voting for?
Biden.
And then Victor?
I'm with her.
Oh, Biden, okay.
Trump.
Eric, Trump?
Biden.
Biden?
Trump.
Okay, we're an even split, which I didn't see that coming. So do you think there's going to be a big shift, any sort of change?
I think it's going to be a big shift.
Me too.
Big shift?
Yes. Big
Really? Okay.
For me,
There will be a big shift, and that shift will be between, and I've talked about this before. There were, I believe there was 2 of them, 2 polls that came out, or studies, and it showed that there's a significant difference between black people over 50 versus black people under 50 in terms of their support of Trump. People over 50 heavily hate Trump and will support Biden. People under 50 lean towards Trump. So I think that will be one of the major splits, at least amongst black people, other than the man versus woman. Obviously black women, there's a lot of black women who support Joe Biden. But honestly, I've started to see like a lot more black women say that they're supporting Trump. Obviously, you saw 2 of them right there in that clip. So maybe the sisters are hopping on board. And I've seen a few of y'all in the comment section. Shout out to y'all too. So maybe even that's beginning to shift, which is absolutely amazing to see for many, many reasons. But one being, if you're only loyal to one party, that party has zero incentive to do anything for you, right? And I've said this time and time again. If you're only loyal to one party, there's no incentive for either party really to do anything for you. If you're only loyal to Democrats, well, Democrats know you're going to be loyal to them no matter what. So they don't have to do anything for you. They know you're not going to go vote for the other team. And from the Republican point of view, like, why would Republicans do anything? Because they know you're not going to vote for them anyway, right? Just logically, that doesn't make sense. So if you want to talk about it from that perspective, now, do I feel like Republicans actually feel that way? No, but just from a common sense perspective, like, it just doesn't make sense. You're only loyal to one side, so like that just de-incentivizes both sides theoretically to not do anything. And obviously we've seen that from Democrats. They promise the world and deliver absolutely nothing. Republicans don't really promise anything except for, hey, we're going to make life good for everybody, right? As Trump says, we're going to make America great again, which, hey, a rising tide lifts all boats, baby. That's what I like to believe. So they don't play the race politics the way the Democrats do. And Democrats never do anything. Every 4 years, right before the election, they come out with a bunch of black celebrities like they're doing now. You see Kamala Harris meeting with I think it was Quavo not too long ago. It was Fat Joe, and yes, that's his actual rap name. I'm not making fun of him. His actual rap name is Fat Joe. They brought Fat Joe out on stage in E40, right? Every 40 years, right before the election, they start doing all this crazy stuff. Do you see Republicans doing that? No. Like, do celebrities show up to Trump's rally? Yeah, they do, but it's not like Trump, like, oh, hey, I'm gonna have a hip-hop party like Kamala does. Like, what? Stop it with the nonsense. Anyway, let's continue.
I've always been a Democrat, and it's like, for the most part with the Democratic Party, they always make a bunch of promises that they can't deliver.
You know, they use the issues of the African American community as a soapbox to stand on and make promises, you know, just to get us to come out and vote. And then once we vote and everyone's in place, it's like, well, what happened?
Would you say it's anything like somebody's in your DM and they're really laying it down, I'm gonna take you over here, girl, I'll take you to the top. You know what I mean? And then you finally go on the date and it's Burger King.
Or you get catfished.
Or you yeah. If the polls are right and Trump is going up with black voters, what changed?
I wish I knew. I am not a huge fan of Trump. He don't respect the black person.
And Biden does? Has Biden issued an apology for the things that he's been caught saying?
He said, if you don't vote for me, you're not black.
You're not black.
What is that?
They have both said.
Notice she doesn't have an answer for that. Doesn't have any type of answer. Meanwhile, you know, mainstream media and Democrats have been lying about Trump, you know, coddling, you know, far right racist or whatever they like to say groups. But time and time again, as a matter of fact, I just dropped a YouTube short on another compilation of Trump denouncing the KKK and David Duke and white supremacy. He's denounced it like 1,001 times. When has Joe Biden actually apologized for saying, hey, the reason I can stay home is because a black woman is at the grocery store stocking my shelves? When has Joe Biden apologized for standing on stage and calling LL Cool J boy? When has Joe Biden apologized for calling black kids roaches? When has Joe Biden apologized for saying, if you don't vote for me, then you ain't black? Oh, I forgot. He did actually apologize for that one. And then he blamed the black guy for the reason, for setting him up to say that. Yeah, he apologized for saying, if you don't vote for me, then you ain't black. That's a fact. Hey, listen, hey, I call a spade, all right, baby? I call a spade. He apologized for it, but in that same sentence, he blamed Charlemagne for him saying that. So he apologized, but then turned around and blamed the black man for him saying that. Make that make sense. But we want to talk about Trump. Stop it with the nonsense. Stop it.
Yes.
That were questionable and unsavory.
Yes.
But when you start looking at facts, it's like, Biden, you done dropped the ball, brother.
Okay, so some black voters feel let down by Democrats, but I wasn't sure if they knew about how Trump likened himself to black Americans. So I showed them some footage of Trump at the Black Conservative Federation Gala.
I'm being indicted for you, the black.
Yeah, he's about to try to sway them to denounce Trump. Show them all the clips of Joe Biden. See, and this is why I believe the people over 50 overwhelmingly support Biden versus supporting Trump, because a lot of older people don't, I'm not saying older people don't know how to use it, but a lot of older people aren't as tech savvy, right? I would like to believe that. I know my parents aren't really tech savvy at all. They barely know how to text. My dad knows how to text, doesn't really know how to text at all. There's constant typos. My mom a little bit, but folks my age, it's just easy. You can text with one hand. You can almost text without even looking at the screen, right? You just know where the letters are, But my point is, a lot of older folks, and this is just my assumption, get their information from the television. They get their information from MSDNC, from CNN, from ABC, from NBC. Whereas younger folks that are under 50, not all, of course, I'm not saying all, but a majority, we get a lot of our information, one, from those sources, right? But we also are a lot more tech savvy, so we can go on to Instagram, we can go on to X, we can go on to YouTube and watch folks like myself, right? And so there's a vast array of information out there versus just one funnel that is being fed to older folks, if that makes any type of sense. Do you guys agree? Let me know in the comment section.
Population.
I want to play a little game, all right? Now, the game is going to be either fist or finger, right? What? If you like what's happening, you're going to put up your black fist. Now, if you don't like what's happening, there's a finger. Y'all ready?
We're ready.
Okay.
Good. These lights are so bright in my eyes that I can't see too many people out there. But I can only see the black ones. I can't see any white ones, you see? That's how far I've come. That's how far I've come.
Yeah, you gotta hear that.
Dark humor.
That's the problem. Is sound bites in the media will sway your answer.
Okay. I'll play the next clip for you real quick.
Black conservatives understand better than most that some of the greatest evils in our nation's history have come from corrupt systems that try to target and subjugate others. You understand that. I think that's why the black people are so much on my side now, because they see what's happening to me happens to them.
He had me at the first question. I mean, the first
He messed up.
And then he messed up at the end.
So, okay, can we get our signs up? It's the same again. Okay, let's go on to the next clip real quick.
But I got indicted for nothing, for something that is nothing. And a lot of people said that that's why the black people like me, because they have been hurt so badly and discriminated against. And they actually viewed me as I'm being discriminated against. It's been pretty amazing.
All right, so kind of still along the same party lines. Now,
couldn't sway a single one of them. The same ones that said they supported Trump still support Trump. You know, it's just funny how they try, and he's not the only one. Obviously, we've seen it before. We see it every day with mainstream media. Well, not anymore so much. Now they're trying to get Biden out. So now they're like, there's all these types of leaks from the Biden camp, right? That we never heard before, didn't hear over the past 3.5 years, but all of a sudden now, when it benefits them to get rid of Biden, now all of these leaks are happening. Now all of this new information and mainstream media is telling the truth. I made a video on Jake Tapper doing it and calling him out on that the other day. But anyway, it's funny how they try to bash Trump, right? But they never show the clips of Biden. I guarantee you if they showed the clips of Biden, at least one of the people who supports Biden would change their mind. There's no way that they wouldn't. No way. And listen, I've always said, criticize Trump all you want to, but criticize the other side just as equally. I'm not saying Trump is above criticism, because I've had conversations with some Democrats, and I think some of them believe that I believe that Trump was above criticism and Trump was like some god to me. And I'm like, no, he's not. not even close. Okay. He's just the guy in politics that I support. It's that simple. He's not above criticism. Not at all. But your guy is. And that is one of my big issues. So if you're going to criticize Trump, criticize Biden in the same fashion. Now they're doing it, but that's only to benefit themselves, of course. But let's continue.
Do you think Trump is being discriminated against?
Not at all. It's not one side. It's the legal system. No matter who you are, if you do these things, you get charged for it. Mm-hmm. That's it.
There are two systems of justice.
Mm-hmm.
We cannot get away with the same thing white folks get away with.
But with this different sort of accountability system, does it feel like Trump is bad at being white? He was 91.
I noticed how, when I was incarcerated, right, how the white incarcerated people seem to be more angrier than the black incarcerated people. Mm-hmm. Trump is like the same thought pattern. This ain't supposed to happen to me. I'm not supposed to be indicted. People are not supposed to tell me I committed a crime because I am privileged.
Damn. I had no idea the appeal process for incarcerated white people was gaslighting. But Trump is fighting
fake news.
And close to 100 felony charges. How much of a criminal is too much of a criminal?
If more charges get racked up, maybe things that start to become a bit more egregious, is that going to start to weigh on whether or not you're going to change your vote?
You pay attention, you listen to the facts, not the fluff, and then you actually have to start doing some research to make sure that what's being presented to you is actual facts. Yes. And it takes some digging.
Okay, so if you dug and you did your research and you found out what Josh just said was true, would that sway your vote?
Probably not.
I definitely, did not sit down with this panel to change any minds, and I clearly have not. So yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Tried and failed. Shout out to those two sisters on that panel there in the back row that stood on business. All right. These two ladies, this one here and this one here. So, shout out to the brother too. All right. They all stood on business. Like, what? Like, stop it with the nonsense. Like, Trump is literally making some jokes at a conference, okay? I can only see the black people. That's how far I've come. Like, why are we taking this serious? Especially when none of y'all took it serious when Joe Biden said, if you don't vote for me, then you ain't black. But if Trump had said that, woo, boy. If Trump had uttered those exact same words, and part of me wants to urge Trump to like say some of the same things that Democrats and Biden and Kamala have said out here in these streets. All right. Part of me wants Trump to like just repeat it, just to watch the media go crazy. And then for him to say, look, actually, Hillary said the same thing. Joe Biden said these exact same words. As a matter of fact, here's the quote. Here's the video clip to prove it too. But I bet mainstream media didn't tell you that one, did they? But because I said it, they went crazy. Now that could backfire. That could most definitely backfire, depending on the coverage of it, because obviously Democrats control the media. So that one could backfire, but it could also be a major revealing moment that gets mainstream media flushed down the toilet, right? They're already going down the toilet, but they're just spinning around right now. They're just spinning around the bowl waiting for the flush, okay? But I think that could possibly flush them down the toilet. Them coming out and criticizing Trump about his statement, but then Trump comes back out and says, you guys fell into my trap. Joe Biden said these exact same words and y'all said nothing about it. Kind of deal. But what do y'all think? Let me know in the comment section. I just wanted to show y'all that. I thought it was pretty interesting. The fact that they tried to sway these folks. It just failed miserably. But as always, y'all stay safe out there. Peace and love. I'm out.